Welcome to my sewing room and welcome to Friday Sews. If we've not met, my name is Christine and this is my channel, Christine Sews a Lot, where I talk about all things sewing. Today on Friday Sews, all the YouTube creators who use the hashtag Friday Sews are talking about their favorite thing that they have sewn for someone else. And if you stick around to the end, you'll get to see my favorite thing, which is my favorite thing that I've sewn of all time and I'm the most proud of. So stick around and I'll show you that. I'm going to start off with, as I usually do, what I am wearing. Today I'm wearing my most recent make. This is my Tilling the Buttons Cleo Pinafore or dungaree dress. And I did a more detailed review of this in my October makes, and I'll link to that in the iCard above. I will also insert some pictures of some twirls. This is the first day I've really been able to wear it because fall has come to Alabama and I am loving it. I've got the windows open, letting in the fresh air. I have my tights and boots on, and all is good in my world. I have paired my Sagebrush top by Friday Pattern Company, and this is my favorite all-time blouse that I have sewn for myself. I love the pattern, I love the color of the fabric, and I love the fabric itself. So it's a winner on so many levels. I don't know why I haven't sewn more garments. I have this fabric in other colorways, and it's probably because I get so distracted by wanting to sew all the things. Do you have a favorite woven top that you go back to again and again and find versatile? I'd really like to know if you could let me know in the comments below. I get so much inspiration from what others are doing and understanding why they like something and chose something. I know that everything I'm wearing today was inspired by somebody else. For the month of November, most of my sewing plans are going to be centered around Christmas. I have some Christmas gifts that I want to make. I'm doing Christmas pajamas for the grandchildren, and as I mentioned in my October makes video, I am going to be making the new Rebecca Page pattern for the teddy bear pajama holder. I'm going to insert some photos from Rebecca Page Patterns website of some really cute makes. This red one makes me think of the Charmin bear. If you're in the US and watch any television with adverts, you'll know what I'm talking about. I was all settled to just make the pajamas and be done with my Christmas sewing, but when I saw this Rebecca Page pattern, I knew that I needed to make some for the grandchildren. The other thing that I am working on is the Remy raglan by Sew House 7. And it was either Alex from Alex Judge Sews or Sam for Frugalissima who inspired this top. I saw, maybe it was both of them, but I saw it and I just had to go and purchase the pattern, and I'm glad I did. I am doing the split front version, and I have already attached the center, I've attached the sleeves and sewn everything with French seam. I am sewing this in a very inexpensive rayon that I purchased from fabric.com. Delilah from Simply Delilah has used this fabric many times and recommended it in a video. I'm going to link her channel below if you want to check her out. And she really does beautiful makes, so I thought, well, I'm going to give this a try. Especially if I'm using the fabric for a practice version, it's nice to try it on a less expensive material, but one that you still want to wear. So I've also got to gather the sleeves. I went for the very full big sleeve and put on the sleeve cuffs. So this will not take very long to finish, and I'm looking forward to having another solid top in my rotation. I had talked months ago about how I needed to add more solids both in skirts and tops to my wardrobe. I don't think I've done a thing about it. I made one blouse and then everything else, like these Cleo dungaree dress, has been patterned fabric, patterned fabric, patterned fabric. So I did order quite a bit of solid fabric, so we'll see if I can actually produce some solid garments. The other thing on my sewing table is some volunteer work that I am doing with an organization called Days for Girls. I meet with a group of women in the next town over, and we create menstrual kits for women around the world. The organization is called Days for Girls because it's given girls days back for school and education, because there are so many women in this world who can't go to school or can't go about and do their normal business while they're having their cycle because they don't have any means for dealing with that. For me, I get so much out of this volunteer work because it's one woman given to another woman in a way that I can help raise up women. So I need to get busy with this because I did promise our group leader that I was going to be showing up tomorrow morning with all of my liners complete and ready to take on the next batch of work. In a recent video, I had mentioned that I was looking for sturdier envelopes after I'd used up the blue envelopes you see over my left shoulder for storing my PDF patterns. I got some patterns in recently and I needed additional envelopes. I may have found a solution. A couple of you had recommended plastic with snaps, but I really did not want to go the plastic route. So what I have selected is a chipboard mailing envelope, and I'm going to hold off on a recommendation until I've had a chance to try it and open and close it and see how convenient it is to store. But I think this might be a good solution. It does have flaps that I can tuck in. And in this envelope, I have the True Bias Nico, which is a rather large pattern. Now with the other envelopes that are a little bit flimsier, a big pattern like this would have to be divided into two envelopes, which takes up more space. So even though this is a little larger, because it's sturdier and a little bit larger, I have a really big pattern inside here, and I don't think it is taking up as much space as two of the other pattern envelopes are taking up. So I'm going to try this out. I'm going to let you know what I think about it. Preliminary, I like it. Now on to my favorite all-time make and my favorite garment that I've made for someone else, and that is our family christening gown. This is just beautiful. I take a lot of pride in this. It was a lot of work. I'm sorry about the background noise. I'll try to speak up. I love this christening gown. I did a slip and I've done pin tucks and I have lace edging. I really like the combination of ecru and white. The gown is a satin batiste. Here I am showing you the lace bands. Those are 5 pieces of lace sewn together. I've made a smaller lace band around the cuff of the dress, on the bodice. I've got lace edging it. And here I'm going to show you a little closer view of the lace band and the pin tucks. I've joined them with entredot. Well, that was definitely my all-time favorite sew. Let me know in the discussion below, what is your favorite sew and what has been inspiring you lately? I am including a link in the description box of Madi and Madi Sew's Halloween costumes. That is 100% all-out cuteness, so if you haven't seen it, check out the link in the description box below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And I would love it if you would join in the conversation. I also have linked some other videos that I think you might enjoy. And until next time, I'm wishing you a joyful week and hope that you find the good in all things, especially sewing.